For the office of Lewis County Clerk is Joe Bentley.
Well, thank you everybody for sticking around for me. I thought I was going to get lucky and get to go first, but they turned it around. But I think running for office is very good. It's tough. It's hard to get up and speak in front of a big crowd, but I think it's good for everybody. But I think it's really good, and I tell people all the time that everybody should either have to run for office one time or at least join the military. And the big difference I see in that, and this is kind of a joke, is that when you get wounded in service, you get a Purple Heart, and rightfully so. But when you get wounded in office, people cheer. So we love to wound our politicians. So I sympathize with you guys running. It is a tough job. But I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce and then our audience here, you guys, John and Lloyd and Greta for hosting this and help putting this on. But my name is Joe Bentley. I'm an 8th generation Kentuckian, born to a young tobacco farmer named Dale Bentley up in Garrison. Also my mother, a young elementary school teacher. She's retired from Garrison Elementary where she taught many years up there. But they settled there on the small family farm of my grandfather there at Montgomery Creek in Garrison. But my identity is in Christ, and I humbly state that I am only anything due Him and nothing without Him. And I always tell the congregation and the places I go about me that God has a sense of humor, and I can prove it. When I was a young kid, I would daydream of playing in the World Series somewhere, being in New York, hitting that grand slam to win Game 7 of the series. And I tell that God gathered around these angels, and He looked down and said, look, here's a young boy who has aspired to be great, something great in his life and do something wonderful. So let's make him a goat farmer, and instead of the Big Apple, let's put him in Quincy, Kentucky. So there's my claim. There's my claim. I get to be called a goat farmer. But I do love the goats. They keep my blood pressure high, and they provide us with lots of laughs. I know one day at the store, Charlie Bird came in from up on the ridge, and he'd been gone in Canada, and he wanted to get an update on the family. So he asked me, he goes, how many kids do you have, Joe? And I told him, I said, well, I've got so many, I don't know. I said, I've got them in Toadsboro, or at the Concord at the Mackey place. I got them in Lucasville, Ohio, a few, and some on Briery and Quincy and Garrison. And he stared at me and said, Joe, I didn't think you was that type of person. Now, I thought he was asking about my goat kids, but he was asking about my real kids. But goat kids, the goats do become part of the family. My real life children are Joseph Reese. Reese back there, he was saying this whole time, it is boring here. So there's Reese. Everybody gets to stay a chance to stare at Reese. Yeah. Now how does it feel? And then also, we named him after Grandma and Grandpa Rival and Beulah Reese up on Fly Branch. Then there's Daisy Joella, named her after Grandma June. Her favorite song was Daisy a Day, so we've done that. And then last, Scarlett, who's not here, thankfully, because you wouldn't have been able to pay attention, is Scarlett and Kelly. Her name is Scarlett because Kelly said she at least got to name one of the kids. But my better half is Kelly Jo Isham. She's a very distinguished teacher here at Lewis County High School. And we are high school sweethearts. I actually started chasing her, I think, when I was in the 8th grade. So I didn't relent, and there she is. But she is the political chairman of the House and the political chairman of this campaign. So I'd like to thank her for time and dedication to that. Now, so you wonder why would I want to be county clerk? I've always thought the office would be a really good fit for me. When we coach kids in Little League or in football, if the kids love it, if we can get them to love something, they'll naturally want to be good or strive to be good at that, and they're easy to coach. Well, I like the different aspects about that office. I've been a clerk my whole life. I love waiting on people and helping them out with their problems. I also love family genealogy and ancestry. I spend countless hours at home looking up different great aunts' birth dates and crazy things like that, but that's what I like. Also, I think I may be a good fit because of my political background. I've been a magistrate for the past 7.5 years, and I think being across the hall may be a good benefit or asset to the county judge and the magistrates, the staff there. But I think learning to deal with people is very essential, and I didn't get that from any business degree or college that I attended. I got that from watching one of my heroes and role models. That's my grandpa, Wilbur Bentley at Bentley Brothers Grocery. I tell people that my generation, I was very fortunate and lucky because I got to be under that generation, the old timers who would come in and help to grow me up, and I got to see the tail end of that. And so I'm very, very fortunate with that. But there, I got to be under the wing of many respectable men and women of the community, and believe that establishing a sense and a culture, atmosphere of community is something that I would like to strive for. But I do have a bachelor's degree in business administration, had an option in management, I had minored in chemistry at Morehead State University. I later went back and took more my agricultural credits because that's what I love. I love the farm. But currently I'm enrolled in the Sunshine School of Evangelism, where we learn to help shine His light in a dark world. And serving as a magistrate, second term on the court, but perhaps the greatest honor and experience is being able to serve as the role or function of elder at the Quincy Church of Christ. I've done that since 2005. But I feel that the education, my experience, and communication skills to effectively lead an office is something I desire to do and want to do. But I do have some goals for the office if I'm blessed enough to have that. And I'll hurry. Just to offer the citizens a friendly customer service, an office that focuses on service. We'll strive to save the taxpayer as many dollars as we can, and while returning as many excess fees back to the fiscal court to help keep our roads clear, our roads paved, and our drug offenders off the street. We'll be a professional office, and I will keep my Christian values and beliefs evident in providing the best working environments there as possible. This campaign, we've been to over 2,600 homes so far. We've been working really hard, and people have been really nice and very respectful. I've had a great time, win, lose, or draw. It's just nice, and I think the big winner of all these elections is Lewis County. There's a lot of great people, and I tell a lot of people out there, there's a lot of great people running for all these offices, so Lewis County will win big. So I humbly ask for your support. I thank you, and God bless.